So there's a few games in the eShop that are available for demos. So I decided to go through some of them and play through some of the demos. There's gonna be like a few suggestions if you want to try them out. So let's get started. But first, my name is Delaney. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, welcome. And if you are a return viewer, welcome back as always. If you want to sit down and hang out, like and subscribe and leave a comment down below so we can be gaming besties. But anyway, let's get started. So I played through 5 demos, so I'm just going through the eShop and seeing what I found interesting. So the first game that I played, which was actually the one that made me decide to go to play some demos, is called Sea of Stars. So Sea of Stars is gonna be released late fall in August, and this game is a retro RPG, JRPG inspired game by the same creators of the game The Messenger, which I actually have not gotten the chance to play, but I've heard a lot about it. So I decided to pick it up because I really like the premise. So yes, this one features 3 kids who are going out on an adventure. It doesn't specifically say yet because the demo kind of redacted some things. So Valerie, Zell, and Garl are embarking on their adventure, and Valerie and Zell both have opposite interesting powers. Valerie is called the Moon Girl. She's able to harvest the power of the moon, while Zell is the sun boy, and he can harvest the power of the sun. And then Garl is just a regular boy who loves cooking. So I really found like the introduction to all 3 of these characters is so charming because it kind of throws you into it in the demo, and they're all trying to find a way of transportation to get to the destination that they want. So you get to help these pirates go to this dungeon and find this stone. So it is really interesting. I feel like this is such a great introduction into what the game will be. So you start out in this little town, you get to go to like all the different characters and see their dialogue. It's like a little bit of more into how the game will play out. So I really love the dialogue. It's so funny to me, and I just like going to all the different like NPCs and seeing what kind of things they would say. There also seems to be like a lot of different like secret things you'll be able to do in this game. Like there's a part where you're able to like swim underneath the docks and find like a secret storefront, which I thought was so cool. And just to have that in the demo, like, so you have a little taste of the things that you're able to do in this game. So parts where you can fish, and then you get to collect things so you can cook and sit around a campfire. There's like a character who's traveling with you who can tell you like ghost stories while you're sitting around the fire, and I really love that. And the music is just beautiful. So some of the music is done by one of the composers who works on Chrono Trigger and also Xenoblade Chronicles 3. So it does add more to like that JRPG retro charm, and I just like really haven't like enjoyed it, and I didn't want it to end. So the next game is called Theatrhythum Final Fantasy The Final Line. So this was like newly released. I have the Theatrhythm on my Nintendo 3DS, so this one adds more songs to it and more characters, and I think it is really cool that they decided to translate it over into the Nintendo Switch. So I really love the soundtrack of Final Fantasy. Like, it's such a beautiful soundtrack and so memorable. So yeah, I played through this one, and you get the chance to play through about like 30 songs. I'm like so bad at rhythm games, but I did like that you don't have to press multiple different buttons to be able to play. Like A button is one you use, and then like the ZR or ZL button. I could find it very addicting, this game, but I'm not sure if I pick it up right now. I feel like this would be a game I find on sale. So the next game on the list that I played is called Dragon Quest Treasures. Dragon Quest Treasures released in December, and I had thought about picking it up, but I heard a lot of different mixed reviews on it, so I kind of hesitated a bit to decide if I wanted to pick it up. And also, you know, I'm working my backlog, so I thought it was so cool. They had the demo to play, so I decided to check it out, and I want it. I want this game because it ended at the perfect spot where I'm just like, I need to play more. So far it lets you play pretty much the beginning of the game, and then you get to whatever you play from the beginning, you get to transfer it over when you actually get the Dragon Quest Treasures game. And I really enjoyed it. I think that is one of those games that it's not too much thinking, and it's not too much like, you don't feel too time consumed. Like, it's one of those games that you could definitely just boot up and decide, okay, I want to find a little bit of treasure and then leave. And I really love the art style and the characters, and I also found it so funny with all the dialogue and all the different characters they introduced. So basically you play as these two siblings who decide they want to go off and find treasure, and they end up on this islands in the sky called Draconia, which has a bunch of treasures. It's rumored that these giant dragons basically decided to settle in this area and then just became like fossils. So there's like a ton of treasure on these different islands, and you get to travel to all these different places. And then I like that it has like a little bit of a Pokemon aspect, because you can collect monsters to help you find this treasure with their different powers, and it can help you reach hard to reach places. But there's also really cool things where you are able to let the monsters fight for you in battles while you decide to find the treasure, and they're able to give you an idea of where the treasure is at while you search for it. So I really find that it's so cool. Like it's like such a simple premise to me, and I was having so much fun playing it. I almost didn't want to put it down, so definitely want to pick that one up when next chance that I get. So the next game is called Doraemon The Friends of the Great Kingdom. And so this one, it lets you play for about a week inside of the farming world, and you're able to experience, like, it gives you all the things you need without you having to unlock them. So it gives you the tools to like farm, and I think it was really good with like letting you know how this environment is. So first off, I really love the art style of Doraemon. It's like this really cool like watercolor kids book type of vibe, and then all of the acting is in Japanese voice acting with the English subtitles. It's really cute. The last game on the list, and this one actually just released at the end of February, and it's Octopath Traveler 2. So I actually got the first Octopath Traveler because of the demo, and now I'm going to get the second Octopath Traveler because of the demo. So I am like, first off, the art, beautiful. I always say how much I love the 2D HD art. The environment, it actually looks better than Octopath Traveler. The environments look so vibrant and just so lived in, and I really love how the color textures are. I chose Ochette, and she's like an animal warrior. So basically she can collect different animals. She can use them to fight for her in battle, or she can also collect animals to cook and nourish the group. So I'm playing through her storyline. You get like 3 hours of Octopath Traveler to be able to play through, and whatever you play on this one, it also transfers over into your actual game. So I really enjoyed it. So it's fully voice acted, which I find so refreshing, because not a lot of RPGs have a lot of voice acting. And I love that I don't have to read, because I already found myself so like intrigued by the characters, like reading through all their excerpts. It almost was a little bit hard for me to choose, but I really liked Ochette's story, because I just love things that she can do with collecting the animals, and then you get to pick like your own companion pet, which I chose the owl. I'm really enjoying it so far, and I actually really want to pick this up. Like, I'm so badly want to pick up Octopath Traveler 2 after playing through the demo, but I'm trying to hold off for right now. But those are a few demos that you're able to play on the Nintendo Switch. I think it's so cool they have all these different demos to be able to play, so you can try all of these different games before you decide to purchase, because I hate if I decide to purchase a game and I'm like instantly disappointed. Let me know, have you tried any of these demos? I really highly recommend Sea of Stars. Please play Sea of Stars, because I love it so much. But what are some games that you've picked up lately that you can't put down? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.